Welcome to Becoming Your Own BFF with host Randy Havison. Let's agree that life gives us hurdles, but how often do we turn those hurdles into walls? Randy will give you strategies to break down the walls and clear the hurdles that are in your way. The goal of the show is to help you find happiness and joy at levels you didn't even know existed. Becoming Your Own BFF starts now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in today. It's funny, I had a topic all picked out, and then I opened up my emails today, took a look at what was going on, and I kind of realized that pretty much everybody that I know right now, well, not everybody, most people that I know right now are dealing with some really challenging life things, life changes, situations, things going on. It's like we're kind of in a state of transformation right now, good, bad, and ugly, and everything in between. And I don't know if that's happening for you too. Are there changes happening in your life? Are there things going on that are kind of out of the ordinary of your daily routine? I see that happening a lot. And I really think our world, our society is in a state of transition right now. And it's going to be really interesting to see how things land later this year, but we'll see. But I know that at times of challenge, at times of struggle, one of the best things that you can do is take care of yourself. This is where self-esteem and treating yourself like your own best friend rather than your own worst bully really helps and comes into play. I really feel, and I know this from my own life, the more I work on my self-esteem and the better I feel about who I am and the more confident I am in my ability to walk through whatever life gives me, the more I tend to kind of be at peace when things are happening that are chaotic all around me. And right now there's a lot of chaos around me. I think I shared about this last week. I am in the process of moving from Florida back to San Diego. I'm leaving a part-time job here that I just love, and it fills me with joy pretty much every time I go in, and I get to make magic for people that come into my path, and it's just so wonderful that I'm grieving the loss of that. But I'm also excited about everything that I have to look forward to. But in the meantime, I have movers and car transports and setting up bills and ending other bills and furniture, selling, buying, everything. I mean, there's so much going on right now that it would really be easy for me to feel overwhelmed with everything happening. But I'm not overwhelmed at all. I love that saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And it's just, what's the next indicated thing that I can do? And one of the things I'm doing is this. And it's amazing to me that every time I do one of these episodes, I finish and I feel so energized and powerful. And I just love doing this. Where my life path has led me is here today in front of you. Oh, I'm just filled with so much gratitude. And I'm humbled by the fact that this is how I get to live my life. It is so cool. And my hope is that you get to a point in your life where the things that you do on a regular basis bring you joy, even through the times of hardship and struggle. So today I want to talk about a concept that I came up with a long time ago, about the concept of the energy ball, that all of us have an energy ball inside of us. Sometimes that energy ball is as big as a beach ball. Sometimes the energy ball is the size of a softball. Sometimes the energy ball is the size of a ping pong ball. A lot of people think that their energy is determined by what happens in their outside world. My boss is giving me a hard time. I got stuck in traffic today. I'm dealing with an illness. My kids are acting out. My parents are difficult. I mean, we always look at these outside things to say that that controls what happens to our energy ball. And I'm here to tell you, it doesn't. Your energy ball is not affected by anything in your outside world. It doesn't. You can give things that power and control over your energy ball, but it doesn't have the power and control. It's totally up to you. And I believe, and this is something I work with my coaching clients on too, I talk about exercising and nourishing the four parts of self: the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. And then if we nourish and exercise the four parts of self on a regular basis, on a daily basis, that's what determines how big our energy ball is. If I eat a good breakfast, today I had my protein shake and I added my green powder and vegetables and fruits. I use Premier Protein drink to add some protein to it, and I mix it up, and that's what I have for breakfast. And it's nutritious, it's filling. The best part about it, yes, it's healthy and nutritious, but the best part is I get to tell myself, wow, you had a really good, healthy breakfast today. And you need that because you have a lot on your plate today. And in order to get everything done, you're going to have to keep yourself physically energized. So that's what I did. So how do you feed yourself? Another thing that I do on a regular basis, it's never pretty far away from me: water. This bottle right here, I probably go through 4 of those a day. I believe that it's important to drink a lot of water and stay hydrated, especially here I am in Florida. The humidity and the heat just drains me. So I need to drink a lot of water in order to feel energized and to feel healthier. So that is going to make my energy ball bigger. Whereas if I wake up in the morning and just have a sugar-packed bowl of cereal or skip breakfast altogether, I'm not going to feel as energized. And the same goes with mental, emotional, and spiritual. Mentally, how am I feeling today? I have gone from at night, I used to just watch a little bit of TV before I turned it off and rolled over and went to bed. Or I'd play a game on my iPad and do that for a little while and I'd turn it off. But what I'm doing now, because with the move and everything going on, I want to keep myself in the best shape possible, mentally as well. So I started reading again, and I found a series of books that I just love, and I just finished it. And now I'm starting a new book that I've never read. And I love getting in bed. I look forward to getting in bed and reading. And I seem to fall asleep a lot faster after I read than after I watch TV or after I use my iPad for games. So I'm taking care of myself mentally as well. I also do a lot of Sudoku. I love doing that because it keeps my mind fresh. So I'm doing things to exercise and nourish my mental self, because that again is going to help my energy ball, because I want as much energy as I can possibly get right now. I want that energy ball huge. And emotionally, this is one of the hardest parts. We tend to give power of our emotions to outside things, to other people, places, and things, fretting about a child or a parent or a job situation or money. I don't know about you, but money is, it's like the tide. It comes and it goes. And if I give energy to that and I'm anxious when it's gone and I'm happy when it's here, then I give my energy to that outside thing. But what I know is that money comes and goes. And I do my best to manage money. I'm not the best at it, and I admit that, but I do the best I can. And that's all I can do. So emotionally taking care of ourselves, it's really important to do that and not give your emotional control to other people, places, and things. So for me, in the morning, I usually do this. I focus on, what do I have to be grateful for today? And when I focus on gratitude and things I had to be grateful for, I feel happy. And I think about moving, and I think about being in San Diego, and I get excited and I'm curious and I'm expecting. I just get all these warm, fuzzy feelings. And I think about leaving this amazing part-time job and I feel sad. And I think about the move and I feel fearful, and anxiety starts to poke its head in there. So there are a lot of feelings going on all at the same time, and I honor each and every one of them. When anxiety comes up, I don't say, oh, don't be anxious, you'll be fine. I don't do that. I don't want to stuff that feeling. It's a very important feeling. Anxiety keeps me on my toes. Okay, what do I need to do next? If I give it too much power, all of a sudden I get paralyzed by all the things I need to do. But if I just allow it to be there and honor it and just say, hey, you're there, then it's okay. So all the feelings going on right now, there's so many, and they vary sometimes moment to moment. So that's why it's important for me to be gentle with myself, to be kind to myself, to treat myself like a best friend. If I start to get frazzled emotionally, what would my best friend say? Hey, it's okay. You're actually doing a really good job today with everything you have going on. You're getting some stuff done. And hey, you're making progress. Good for you. I'm really proud of you. That's what the best friend voice says. Feeling really anxious, what does the bully say? Dude, look at all the things you have to do. You only did like 3 of them today. Oh my God, you're so far behind. How are you going to ever get anything done? Right? What's going to happen if I feed that bully voice and let that take over? It's just going to keep compounding on itself. And all of a sudden, the anxiety and the fear and all of those feelings are going to start to be overwhelming, and my energy ball is going to shrink. So, who is in control of which feeling I want to feed and which one I want to give power to? Does it have to do with anybody outside of myself? No, it's me. How do I want to talk to myself? How do I want to treat myself? How do I want to look at this situation? Do I want to grow my energy ball or shrink it? I'm in control of that. You are in control of your energy ball. You can do this. And, keep in mind, it takes practice. I didn't just start doing this yesterday. I've been doing this for like 30 years. So it comes a lot easier to me, just like anything. If there's something you've been doing for 30 years, let's say you've been playing guitar and you've been playing guitar for 20, 30 years. And I pick up a guitar today and say, hey, I want to play as well as you do. Is that realistic? No. But even if I just strum one time, I just made progress towards learning how to play the guitar. So anything that you do in a positive way, pick one thing, pick physical, that you're going to do something positive physically for yourself today. Walk around the block, go to the gym, eat a healthy meal, add vegetables just to one meal of the day. Any little thing that you do is progress towards that blossoming and growing into something better for you. Can you do it? Of course you can do it. So I encourage you to find something physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually that you can do to help grow that energy ball and feel like you have more power with what happens in your life. So let's talk about spiritual. How can you expand yourself and feed and nourish and exercise your spiritual self? Again, I talk about this a lot, and I'll talk about it again right now in case this is your first time joining me and hearing what I have to say. I believe that spirituality is kind of this energy that is all around us. It's that weird little coincidence. Oh, wow, I didn't expect to run into you today. Or you think about a friend and all of a sudden they call you on the phone. Oh my God, I was just thinking about you. That is the synchronicity of the universe. It's all around us. Now, some people find their spirituality through their religion, and that's awesome. If you find it through whatever your religious base is, that's great. So feed that. Find your version of God or source or the mother or the universe, whatever it is. There's an old Native American saying that says, one light, many lampshades. So find the lampshade that works for you. Now, your lampshade might not work for everybody. And this is one of the things that I believe is more ego-based and more controlling, is when people feel like my lampshade is the only lampshade. If you don't believe in God or universe like I do, then you're wrong. You're not doing it right. That is a very egotistical way to look at this whole concept of spirituality and religion. So what I would like to see happen is that people are more open to, hey, if that works for you, awesome. But this is what works for me. I mean, I've been to churches of a lot of denominations. I want to go to a Buddhist temple. I want to go to an ashram and pray with the Muslims one day. I want to learn more about the Sikh religion. There's so many out there. Who am I to say that everybody else on the planet is wrong and we're the only ones who are right? Wow, that is so fear-based. And this whole thing about God fearing. I don't believe that God wants us to fear him or her. God is there, in my belief, as a loving parent that guides us, that helps us, is patient with us. When I mess up, I picture God up there kind of smiling at me saying, Randy, it's going to be okay. Hopefully you'll learn from it this time and not continue to do that. But sometimes I do. And again, God, as I understand God, forgives me as being an imperfect human. And I just do the best I can on a daily basis. So when I tap into that spiritual, first thing in the morning, I hit my knees and I start with, thank you for the gift of a new day. Thank you for the gift of this day. Show me what I can do to be of service to others. And when I start my day with gratitude and service on my mind, my energy ball goes whoosh. Because those are the two keys to happiness. Those are the two keys that are going to help you to have the life that you've always wanted to live. Those are the two things that are going to help you to be at peace in your mind, in your heart, in your daily life. And it's amazing. I remember when I started this process and I was doing it, people would come up to me. They're like, something's different. Did you cut your hair? Did you do something different? I'm like, no. It was just this energy that was around me. And people feel that. When I meet people now, it's so cool. I love it when I meet new people and they're like, wow, you're so positive. You're so, it's just great talking to you. And I love that. I went into Best Buy the other day. I had to get a new laptop. And I was watching the way that people interacted, and someone came up to the salesperson that was working with me and said, hey, you have a new trainee today, so train him on how to work with clients. And I said, hey, is it your first day here? He said, actually, it's my second day. I'm pretty excited to be here. I'm like, good for you. I said, I wish you all the best here. I hope this is everything you want it to be. Is this like your life plan? He said, no, I'm in college and I want to learn business. And one day I want to have a business of my own. Oh, good for you. You know what? Keep working at it. And this is a good place to learn how to do that. Already from what she's been telling me about the laptops, she's going to be a great person for you to learn from. And he's smiling and she's smiling. And all of a sudden, my sales process became fun. And it wasn't, show me your laptops. Well, this one does this and that one does that. No, let's make it fun. Let me tell people, I appreciate you being here. Thank you. I want you to be successful. I noticed there was this one manager that was running around. Everyone was asking him for guidance and help. And I thought, wow, this guy really knows his stuff. And I said, how long have you been working here? He said, 3 years. I said, you probably don't hear this from your customers, but I just want you to know, I really value what you're offering to the people that you work with. You're awesome. And I think it's really great how much passion you put into this job. And it shows. He said, wow, thank you so much. Wow. And I was thinking, probably no one has ever said that to him before. And isn't that sad? That when things go wrong, let me talk to your manager. Oh, and this is something else I did. As I was leaving, I said, so where's the manager? And they were like, he's right over there. And it was like this look of fear. And I went up to him and I said, hey, you're the manager? He said, yes. And I could tell he's like, okay, what's this guy going to hit me with? And I said, I just want you to know how much I've really enjoyed this experience here. Those folks over there, those 3 that helped me, they are amazing. And whatever you're doing to train them and keep things on track here, it's really impressive. And I just want you to know how much I appreciate the work that you do here. And I'm sure you hear more complaints that you hear compliments. So I wanted to start your day with a compliment. And he shook my hand. He said, thank you. I really appreciate you saying that. Let's do that more often. Let's not just complain. Let's tell people how wonderful our experience was in different places. And it's amazing. It brightens their day. Now the next person coming in gets more energy. So what I find is that when I give my energy away to other people, my energy ball gets bigger. But I'm choosing to give that energy to other people. It doesn't just happen. I allow it to happen. And when I take control of that and I do it, then my energy ball just gets bigger. The more I consciously give in a positive way, the more I get back. Right now, my energy ball is feeling huge. And I'm so excited about that and so grateful for it and so humble that I learned how to do this. And now I want to teach you how to do that. It's not a secret. It takes work. It's hard. Learning the guitar is not an easy thing. It takes practice. It takes patience. It takes making a lot of mistakes along the way. I have made a lot of mistakes along the way, but like a best friend, like a BFF, I forgive myself. And I look at the things that I have to appreciate about myself, and that's what I focus on. Are there things going on in my life that aren't the best, that I could do better? Of course. Yes. But I'll get to them little by little. I'm taking care of the things, looking at the patterns that I continue to do that don't serve me anymore. There are a lot of things that you do in your life that for a while they served you really well, but maybe now they don't serve you as well. And it's time to let go of it. And it's time to take care of yourself. Especially the people who deem themselves people pleasers. They're always giving their energy to other people, but not taking care of themselves. And I guarantee you, you will have more energy for those other people in your life if you take better care of yourself. That's the way it works. Self first, like in an airplane, we hear put your own mask on first before assisting others with theirs. And that's what it's all about. Can you do this? Yeah, you can do this. Absolutely. I have complete and total faith in you. And you wouldn't be here if there wasn't something here that you wanted. Time to start treating yourself like your own BFF rather than your own worst bully, and watch the gifts that the universe is going to give you. It's pretty awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. If there's anything I can do to be of service, whether it's through my coaching, if you want to get a copy of my book, it's on Amazon, same title, Becoming Your Own BFF. I would love to find more ways to be of service to you. Let me know how I can help. And I hope to see you again next week. Until then, take care. Let's get that energy ball huge. And I'll see you again. Take care. Bye.
You've been listening to Becoming Your Own BFF with your host, Randy Havison. Tune in every Friday at 1:30 Pacific on transformationtalkradio.com for more tools to stop being your own worst bully and start becoming your own best friend. Learn essential skills to boost self-esteem and overcome the devastating effects of ego. By focusing on physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being, you can start listening to your best friend voice rather than your inner bully voice. For more information, visit randyhavison.com.